The Auto Expo, India's biggest motor show, returns after 3 years now. Now, this is an event where, of course, manufacturers showcase future technologies and upcoming vehicle models. So while we are constantly looking at these details through the day, and of course, Vishnu is getting us live coverage, reports and interactions, we also interacted with Mr. Naveen Soni, President of Lexus India, who joined us and, of course, shared his first thoughts really on what the industry had to say about the Auto Expo returning after 3 years.
I think it is around the globe. Auto shows are a kind of showcase events where the capability and the commitment of the market is explained by various automakers. And this is an opportunity not to showcase just the current technologies, but whatever is in store for the future technology is concerned also.
Okay, so could you please take us through details of the new models that have been unveiled then from Lexus India?
Facing the two of our variants of the RX, which is the showstopper model for us. This model is a very important model in the global lineup also, because it is a mid-sized SUV, and it has been doing reasonably well in the past when the earlier versions were introduced. And globally, this has found a new shape, a new frontage, which will be seen for the first time in the Indian car markets by Lexus India. Instead of the normal spindle grille, as you can see probably in my backdrop, it's got a imprinted bodies, how should I say, spindle grille look, which is for the first time it has been introduced. It will come in two variants. Very exciting ones, powerful ones, which will meet the aspirations of the segments that it will be addressing. Besides this, we are also showcasing our electrified range of vehicles. When I say electrified, it includes both the battery electric vehicles, which we intend to show more of in the future. It's, as I said, the technology capability demonstration, and the commitment to the market. Globally, we have announced our strategy to go all electric by 2035.
All right, to go all electric by 2035 is your goal then. But what are the current demand trends that the industry is witnessing at the moment? In particular, of course, keeping the technology shift in mind, really.
As far as the technology shifts are concerned, people, yes, are excited to, adopt newer technologies in terms of, looking at various requirements that they may have. Mobility is not going to be changing, based on the technology that I have. The technology that I will adopt will be based on whatever mobility needs I have. Sorry for sounding a bit confusing in this, but as I said earlier, the amount of distance that I have to travel on a daily basis, the commute that I do, will define which technology will take precedence over the other. That's how we view this. So for us, it's a multiple pathway towards zero carbon neutrality, and each vehicle that we put on the roads has an objective of serving the customer's need based on his or her requirements. So we are not concerned so much so about one technology over the other. The consumer has the right to choose whichever technology that he or she chooses. In terms of various trends that I would like to emphasize here, number one, the age of the consumer is getting younger, especially in the luxury car market. If you were to follow the Maslow need hierarchy theory also, there are consumers who are entering at the third level or the fourth level also. These are consumers who have their bases secured, so they are looking at enhancing their kind of reach and social status by adopting these vehicles as the first vehicle also. Sometimes it even surprises us that the normal trend, which is the third or fourth car in the house will be a luxury car, becomes the first car in the house of some households, which is a welcome trend. Second is that professionals are also getting attracted towards these segments, because again, as I said, as the road conditions improve, as you can enjoy these technologies, as the speeds on the highways improves, you have the possibility of adopting these vehicles and becoming more familiar with these technologies in a better way. So that's the second trend that we are seeing. The third trend is that India is now growing at a grassroots level. When I say this, when we look at the kind of growth rates, I'm not talking about numbers alone, but growth rates that come from smaller townships is really surprising, pleasantly surprising to us, because consumers there in these markets also are in a position to look at these technologies because of the advent of social media and internet.
Right, very interesting trends emerging there then for the auto industry. So how much of the new range that Lexus India offers is EV based then, or the current range really is EV based then?
If I were to call myself as a electrified family, I'm 97% there, because the hybrids run, especially in city conditions, in Indian driving conditions, 60% or more of the time they are running as electric cars, because the source of the power is the battery. But we have tried and tested out a few electric cars last year. We had brought in some from our head office. Those trials have been giving us various insights about the market, especially when we are talking about extreme climate conditions on heat and dust, which is fairly prevalent in India. We have to kind of check these things before we launch pure electric cars. But you'll see some of them in the auto show.
All right then. So of course, lastly, the auto industry contributes significantly to India's manufacturing GDP. So your thoughts for the sector and of course the contribution of the auto sector going forward?
As far as the technologies is concerned, there are various kind of technologies that manufacturers will bring to the country, which will not only help get better technologies for the customers within the country, but also grow the percentage of share of manufacturing to the entire GDP, which can grow up to 25% as the government so keeps a target for itself. These are things where even exports comes into picture. Currently, components are maybe exported. Currently our supplier base that we have are supplying components at world-class levels to, not only India, but to other markets also. And this gives us confidence that there is no technology barrier or no manufacturing barrier as far as India is concerned. Mm-hmm. We are ready for the global markets. And it's only a question of, when and how we can do this. And the government has been doing the right things by providing these production link incentives, which create a very good ground for future technologies to be grown in India.